Art of Dying, and we are on Black is the New Wave Style.
Hi.
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 How are you?
Good, how are you guys?
Well, thank you.
Good. So how did the band come about? How did you guys kind of grow up with music or whatever, and what were your influences to get together and start music?
We grew up all over the place. I'm from Alberta originally, which is a province above Washington.
Okay.
And I moved to Vancouver to kind of just follow music. That led me to a big festival in Toronto called Canadian Music Week, where I met these guys. And we started, actually, it was just around the time that Disturbed asked us to come out and play, open some shows for them. And we were making some changes, and I called Kale Tabs and said, what do you think? And they jumped on that tour. We met in Calgary, actually, at a show where we had never performed together, never rehearsed together, nothing. We just all met in Calgary and had a good extra long sound check. And that's kind of when we all knew it was going to be a really good thing. We started singing together, harmonizing, and yeah, the rest is history.
That's awesome, that's awesome. So what was everybody's influences growing up then, music-wise? What were you guys listening to?
It's pretty grungy for most of us, you know, Alice in Chains and, you know, that System of a Down's probably my favorite. These guys aren't too far off there. Trav loves Zeppelin.
Yeah, pretty much all that stuff. You know, honestly, one of my biggest influences was my band teacher, Mr. White. You know, I was lucky enough to have a great school with a good, Mr. White, good music program. I was in the choir and the concert band and all that stuff. But yeah, he taught me most of everything.
That's awesome, that's awesome. So what is the process then for you guys when it comes to recording and writing music? How does that all come about?
It's always kind of different. Like, we're always writing, whether we're apart a lot of the time, because we live in Toronto, Vancouver, Tavis lives in Vegas now. So we're always writing on our own and emailing ideas around, and Tavis will put it together and or whatever, stuff that way. Or once in a while we'll book like a writing trip. Like we've gone to a cottage for 2 weeks before, up and gone to DC and done that. Or jamming in my garage back east. Or, you know, sound check and we'll work on new tunes. It's always kind of different. I think we've done it all. But I think the main thing is just writing all the time, you know?
So how do you guys keep up then? You said you're all living in different places. So how are you able to keep the flow going with being not all the same time?
Mostly technology.
Yeah.
We jump on Skype and write. We jump on FaceTime and write. And we try to get together as much as we can. Like Kale said, we'll book a week somewhere and try and do that. But you know, now it's just like we tour so much that we tend to do most of it just at the beginning of the tour, just at the end of the tour, or during the whole tour. We'll just kind of talk about music, what we want to do, and write. Listen to old demos. We were just cranking all our old demos the other day, going, "Oh, that one's not half bad. Let's put that on the next record."
There you go.
Yeah, so just kind of that. Being together is important, but just with Skype and stuff, you can kind of be together when you're home. So it's cool.
And the last record, we ended up writing most of it in the studio. Like we went in with 40 songs or something ready to go.
My phone's ringing, there's cars going.
This is real, man. This is as real
It's all
as it gets.
real life interviews.
No green screen here.
This fence is a green screen, actually.
I do love this fence. This is a good call, this fence. It's a fence? What's your definition of fence?
That was green screen. We were just sitting on it.
Oh, this is just so magical. I got like all like real life sounds. It's just like a CD playing.
That's right.
Yeah. So let's talk about Nevermore. How did you guys pick the track listing? Like, was there like fighting about this, or was everybody collectively good idea?
I got bit by a spider, and seriously, I'm not even kidding. I'm sitting on my patio one night, and I got bit by a spider. And the next day I woke up, and actually that night I stayed up, and I couldn't sleep because of the bite, and it was just weird. And I started listening to all our recordings and stuff, and they all just put these out together, and it was just kind of like this moment. And I started working in the artwork right away, and I think I emailed them that morning or just that night, like this should be our next record. Let's just do this. And we kind of just did it.
So you called these guys, it was like, hey, got bit by a spider, got a great idea, and they were like, all right.
Kind of. Is that weird? Is that sort of thing frowned upon?
It was a good idea, like, because we were just hitting the road. Like, Rise Up, our last record, was like full length. It came out in December, I think. So it's pretty quick to be putting out new music. We have this tour booked, and just put out some new music. We had the songs done, so we're just like, let's go.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing with our last experience with Rise Up. The label we were with didn't release a physical copy, and we're independent now, so it's kind of like we have all the power to make all the decisions, and we're like, we need a physical copy of this tour. It totally makes sense.
So let's talk about that idea, I guess, for a few, because there's a lot of debate in the music industry about, you know, like you said, physical versus just digital, and being on a label versus being independent. So what are all of your takes on those ideas?
We've done it all, right?
Yeah, there's good things of being on a label, you know, because they can put a bunch of money in and basically invest in you and you get to a certain level. But then there's obviously bad things, like you said, about deciding not to put up a physical copy, which is, you know, stupid. We thought. So now that we have a bit of a fan base, we're on our own. We're super happy to be able to call the shots and be in control.
So for those who haven't seen you guys, describe what a set is like. What's the performance like for you guys? Yeah, you haven't talked, so everybody.
Lots of tribal drum beats.
Awesome.
He has to talk.
It's heavy. You know, we do an acoustic breakdown in the middle that you know, really shows off the 3-part harmonies. You know, in some songs we have 4-part harmonies now. It's heavy. You know, it's lots of low tunings and hard rock in your face, and then it has the dynamic to go down and pull your heartstrings a bit. The song's the best I can, and even soaring. It's just a kind of a roller coaster ride.
I think what he's trying to say is it's a hoot.
I was just waiting for the Canadian accent to pop out, and I got what I wanted, so interview over.
Right.
Gotcha!
Later.
Knock, knock.
Oh my goodness. So, for touring for you guys, are there places yet, either in the States or elsewhere, that you haven't toured that are in the near future that you're hoping for?
Yeah, I think we spend most of our time in the States. Pretty sure we've been everywhere in the States 30 times, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we just want to get out there a little bit more. We'd love to do some more of Europe, hopefully on this record. And
Gotta get back to the UK.
In Canada.
Yeah. In Canada,
Canadian
where we're
shows.
from. We never play there.
No.
It's weird.
That's
like,
so
when's the
sad.
last time we played in Canada?
Like, 8.
No, last year we did a couple as well.
Oh, with the
We don't
Apocalypse.
really do like a Canadian tour.
Yeah, that's
Which is weird, right? We're all from
I
Canada.
was gonna say, what do you mean you're not playing shows there? How upset are these fans?
We haven't played in Vancouver since 2000.
No,
Yeah, because the Apocalypse just got toured in
I really want to go to Nanaimo.
Nanaimo. Yeah, they have a good bar there.
That town's real.
It's like, what are you talking about?
It's called the Nanaimo Bar.
Now you're just over-exaggerating. Over-exaggerating. So let's talk a little bit about Chicago then. How has your experience been for the first time you guys were here? What was it like? Did you guys get to do anything touristy?
Oh, done it all.
Did it
Yeah.
all?
We love it here.
Chicago's kind of our home away from home. 'Cause,
Really?
yeah, well, we were discovered by Disturbed, who lives here. So that drew us to the city, and they introduced us to Johnny K, who had a great studio for many years, which became our crash pad whenever we were in Chicago.
Nice.
So we would rehearse there, we made records there, we, Danny produced half of our Vices Virtues record in Chicago, and then Johnny K we did a cover for the Transformers 4 soundtrack in Chicago. So it's just been our place, like we love it.
So finally, what is coming up next for you guys? Obviously, record, touring, but is there anything else that we can divulge that's happening?
Yeah, we got 10 more shows on this tour. That's kind of where
Shiprock, right?
our head's at. Yeah, and after that
that.
we're doing Shiprock, which is a crazy adventure on the ocean.
In January.
Yeah.
We're going to do video coming out here.
Yeah. Big
For a new single.
fundraiser we're doing in February, so and then we'll be announcing some more touring pretty soon. We have a great team of people around us now. Just there's some stuff in the works.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this with me today. We'll catch you guys next time with Bada Brew.
Black
Appreciate
is the new AP. What is it?
You got it. AP style. Yeah.
Style. Black is the new AP style. This one.
I'm sorry.